Welcome to our meeting in April of 2022. I wanted to go over a couple shout outs that I had on my list. Congratulations to Tracy Davis, who hit lead today. So she officially has her first teamie that signed on this month, and she hit lead in the same month. So congratulations. Shouting out Bree, who's on track to hit star this month. And if she does, fantastic. She just started with us not too long ago, so I'm gonna put that out there. Also, congratulations to Emily Smith and Heather Dunbar, who have both hit annual sales, and the only ones on an entire group of 109 people who've hit it. It's like insane. So I just want to shout those out. SFR has an in-person and a virtual option. I'm looking at my notes. If you are considering on the fence in person, I know I'm going. I'm dragging my husband along. He willingly is coming. YouTube the Fitness Marshal. Then YouTube the Fitness Marshal Austin 2019 SFR. The rumors I've heard about this, gentlemen, is that they were having ceiling tiles come down from the second floor onto the first floor of the room they were in the hotel. They put us on the first floor this year in SFR. You can imagine why. Registration closes April 30th. Virtual options 150. 300 or 350 is the in-person option. So I just want to throw it out there. So tonight we're going to discuss our why. Excuse me, I have COVID right now, and so does my whole house. We're going to discuss our why it's important, and I have two wonderful star consultants who are going to lead my meeting. Heather Dunbar and Sarah Panko are going to run the show tonight, so I'm super excited to take all the notes. And yeah, I'm going to just hand it off to you two.
Okay, I can go first. So some people can overcomplicate their why, and I feel like I did this for the first few months. And really your why is, well, when you start out, your why is, why did you join Scentsy? And it can be as simple as you just needed extra money, you want something to call your own, you want a sense of community. It's basically just why you joined Scentsy. So my why when I first started was that I just wanted some extra spending money for my family. And I told Carly, my sponsor, for months that I was dead set against having a team. I wasn't going to have a team. I didn't want anything to do with leadership. I was this close to taking a non-leadership role. But I was like, no, I won't. And I can say that I'm glad that I didn't, because my why did change. And my why's probably changed 2 or 3 more times since I joined last January. So your why can change constantly. I would say the next time my why changed was probably last May. Last May, I did a fundraiser for suicide awareness for my best friend that passed away from suicide. And after that, I had realized that my why was, or part of my why was for my own self, to push myself out of my comfort zone, to grow myself. Because I was already seeing a change in myself that had come from Scentsy. And then I would say in fall, my why changed again, because that's when I was consistently having 2K PRV or more a month. I was starting to grow my team. I was seeing what Scentsy could do for me and do for my family. And so my why changed to, Scentsy is here for me because I don't want to have to financially struggle for my family. When my oldest was younger, we struggled financially. And I don't want to have to do that anymore for my family. And I want Scentsy to be able to help support my family, to pay for Christmas, to go to Disney next year, to do all those extra things, to buy the things that we want, to buy the things our kids want, just to be able to have that financial freedom to not have to worry about the bills, because we've been there and I don't want to have to do it again. So that is my current why. And if you are overcomplicating your why, or you can't figure out what your why is, just think of the goals that you have, and that can define your why. So like I said, when I first started, my goal with Scentsy was just to have some extra income. So that was pushing me for sales. But then now my why is, my biggest focus right now is to be able to have Scentsy pay fully for our Disney trip for our family for next year. And so that is what's pushing me to keep growing my team. That is what is pushing me to have minimum 2K PRV each month. Because when I see that paycheck come in, it feels good. My February, or my paycheck that I got in March for February, I was like, that is a huge chunk of our trip right there. That's probably a quarter of our trip that's already paid for. So that why is going to keep pushing me. I want my Scentsy money to pay for my Disney trip. I want it to pay for our Christmas again, because it did this last year. It just felt really good not to have to worry about saving aside my normal job and my husband's job money to pay for Christmas. And so your why should be what is motivating you and what keeps pushing you on with your Scentsy business. If you're feeling stuck in a rut, if you're feeling like you're not sure if you can keep doing this, just think back to your why, or think back to why you need to keep pushing on for yourself or your family, or whatever you have decided for your own personal why to be. And everybody's why is different. Some people in Scentsy don't necessarily need the financial freedom part of it. And they just like the community piece, which is great too. Everybody's why is completely different. And that's what makes being an independent Scentsy consultant great. So that's what I got for you.
So I joined Scentsy just because I was asked to, and I didn't really think I would do anything with it. I didn't think anybody would buy from me. And so my original why I joined was just because I was asked and really told to join. And then my first month, I think I had like 3 or 4 parties, and then I just got good paychecks, and I just kind of went from there. But my why, I like the community that you get with Scentsy. I like all the people and talking to everybody and the friendships. The paycheck is bonus, but I really just like the friendships that you get. That's really my why. And yeah. But your why does change, like Heather said. And but I don't know.
How did both of you know that your why had changed enough to go into leadership? Because I can tell you, both of you, when I had a coaching call with you in the very beginning, told me no.
You told me I should sign people up.
And you
You
told me
said
no.
that
But
you
so why did your why change to that point? Because you had said no, that wasn't something for you. Like Heather had said, even it was something she wanted to take off the table. Like she wanted to consider taking a non-leadership role. What about your why changed that made you want to bless others and become leaders and have that evolve into your new why?
I like having teamies to talk to, and I like being there if they have questions and to help them.
My why changed when I really saw how big the Scentsy community is and how every single person in this Scentsy community is there for each other. I have been a part of a different direct sales company before years ago. I couldn't even tell you if I'm sure I had a sponsor. You have to sign up under somebody. But I don't remember anybody helping me out with that. And I just think our Scentsy community is amazing. And once I really started seeing how much Scentsy was able to help out me and my family financially, I was like, well, everybody needs Scentsy in their life for that reason, because it really is that easy to I don't want to say it's that easy to sell it, because sometimes we all feel stuck, but really, like, it sells itself. If you can get the scent under people's noses, it sells itself. And the company is amazing. The people, the consultants are amazing. And once I saw that, I was like, okay, I need to be able to share this and bless other people so they can feel the same thing that I'm feeling. So that changed my why as to why I was feeling ready to take on a leadership role, and seeing the potential that can come with growing your team and having high PRV. It's really amazing to see people or your upline that have worked their butts off to earn the paychecks that they get, and know that anybody in this business can get there too.
Do you think because a lot of the trips offer an incentive to sponsor or help teams build, that was beneficial to either of you?
I do, because this is my third incentive period right now. Last spring was when I was in the mindset that I was not going to lead a team, that I was not going to sponsor anybody. And I had felt a little frustrated with the incentive. Like, why do you have to sponsor to be able to reach certain levels? And then the fall incentive came, and again, sponsoring was part of it. And I was like, okay, like, if I want to be able to earn those incentive trips and things, then sponsoring is part of it. And I now understand why Scentsy has sponsoring as part of it, because Scentsy wants to set us up the best they can to help grow our business. And if you are here looking to grow your business as a part-time job, a full-time job. Any of that, you can't just have high PRV. You also have to grow your team and sponsor people.
What about you, Sarah?
I
It's
think
okay to be honest.
Um, well, I haven't ever earned an incentive or anything like that, but I do think because I didn't really start growing my team really like a lot more. Like this year, I've done more with it than I have in the past. I've been more asking and stuff like that. But I think it's good to grow your team. You get, I don't know. I just like it.
So you both mentioned that you have different reasons for your why. And the thing I want to emphasize the most, and I feel like you both can back up on this, everyone can have 100% different reason, and nothing is wrong with anyone's reason. Like, it can be the discount, it can be the identity, it can be literally to make it into so you're not having to work financially in a different way. It can be for the community, it can be anything you want it to be.
Yeah.
If someone was considering giving up on your team and just throwing in the towel, what kind of conversation would you have with them because of how much it's helped you in different ways? Would you bring it back to their why? Would you just say, okay, good? Like, I'm just curious, like, what would you
I
think
would
would be the best route?
I would ask them why they want to give up, like, and give them different ideas on how they could try again and give it a different shot and a different look, like, outlook on it, on how you're doing it.
I would probably bring it back to asking them why they initially joined Scentsy. And remind them that not only do they have myself as a sponsor, but there's a whole team that they can lean on. I know that that's one thing. I would not have gotten to where I am today without not only the team, but any Scentsy consultant that I follow on Instagram and Facebook. Like, I have learned what I have learned by watching Scentsy consultants who are successful. And so I think I would bring it back to their why, have them remember what their why is, and suggest to them, follow these people on Instagram. Take what people have already done and make it your own. Don't recreate the wheel, because these people have done this, and nobody in Scentsy is selfish. They've done this and they've shared it to help everybody out. And again, that's why I think Scentsy is so amazing.
Well, I want to thank you both for being on here. I'm just going to stop the recording if I can do that.